Welcome back to the channel, guys. The moment we've been waiting for is finally here. The first teaser trailer for Rings of Power Season 3. I'm so excited. We've got the One Ring being created in the Fires of Mordor. We've got the ring wraiths out there causing all kinds of trouble. And man, it looks like a great season of TV. So let's go ahead. Let's do a reaction and then we'll do a bit of a breakdown after as well, guys. Here we go. I'm so excited for this one. Mordor. Okay.
Now is the mighty hour come.
Forging the One Ring. We got Celeborn.
The Dark Lord is on the brink of crafting a new power.
That's a great shot.
One ring to rule them all.
Okay, we got an Orc. The ring wraiths. Let's go.
He's got armies scouring Middle-earth.
Oh. Gandalf.
Will burn.
Oh, that looks great.
Has it not yet occurred to you? Death might well be the price of saving it.
He sounds like Gandalf. Celeborn.
Trying to get back to you.
It's so good that he's back in the show. Numenor. Oh, the Wraiths.
There are no friends of Mordor here.
Come with me.
Orcs working with the elves.
The Dark Lord. We have to stop him.
The shadow rises in Middle-earth.
Oh, shot of the eagles.
How would you like to rise with it?
Oh, we're crafting the One Ring. There it is. Let's go. Rings of Power. That looks great. 11th of the 11th, 26. Let's go. That looks absolutely insane. Everything that I wanted it to be. But bear in mind, it's just the first teaser. There's going to be more subsequent trailers that show us even more stuff. We know we've got Balrogs coming. We've got ring wraiths. We've got all the kind of stuff that you know and love. And man, it's going to get crazier and crazier. We've got Celeborn in there. We've got obviously, we've got the One Ring being forged, so there's a lot of stuff to get to in here. Okay, so we start off with what looks like Mordor here. We've got this black charred mountain covered in lava. Looks exactly like what you would expect it to look like. We've got the One Ring being forged here as well. Now the mighty hour has come. Fantastic. It looks like we've got, is this a flashback to Galadriel and Celeborn's wedding here? I would assume, because obviously Celeborn went off to fight Morgoth. From what I remember, obviously, again, the Lord of the Rings is such a deep lore, and what they've done with this series, they've kind of changed up parts of the lore, because the rights that Amazon have, they don't have the full rights to everything to do with Lord of the Rings, so obviously they've chopped and changed some of the lore here, so it's not book accurate, so to speak. But yeah, so we've got Celeborn, we've got Galadriel. I believe this is a flashback of their wedding. Celeborn goes off to fight off Morgoth, like centuries ago. And then I believe that Galadriel thought that he died in battle or something, but it looks like he returns here, which is great. So yeah, it looks like a flashback of their wedding perhaps, or just a moment. I'm not exactly sure if it's not a wedding. The Dark Lord is on the brink of crafting a new power. So they're obviously talking about the One Ring here. We get this beautiful shot there of kind of looking out over Mordor with these kind of bats, these kind of birds flying around. Then we've got the elves and we've got orcs, and it looks like they're kind of collaborating here. They're kind of coming together. They're discussing the One Ring, or there's like an insider, like an informant, like an orc working with them, you know, telling them about the plans for the One Ring and all this kind of stuff. Obviously, the 9 rings are given out to the humans as well, so we're going to see the ring wraiths here. At the moment, they're not fully kind of disembodied. You know, like in the Fellowship of the Ring, the movie, we see the fully disembodied ring wraiths where they're kind of a faceless void, the hood up, and they're kind of black and faceless. Here, they're still kind of men. They're still kind of warlords. They're working for Sauron. It's their kind of descent into the darkness, so to speak. So they're not fully transformed at this point, but they're becoming sort of corrupted and they're losing sort of their humanity, which is going to be a very interesting journey to watch for sure. So he's got armies scouring Middle-earth. So yeah, we've got the ring wraiths out and about, which is kind of crazy. We've got this gigantic flying kind of dragon-like creature here as well. And it looks like, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. It's like a little fire. We've got Gandalf there as well, and it's great to see Gandalf, this actor, sorry, playing Gandalf, he does a great job. And it looks like he's really going to come into his own in this season. It's going to be a lot closer to the Gandalf that we remember from the Peter Jackson trilogy. He's going to have a lot more impact on the world. Because the first 2 seasons, he's kind of like finding himself. Like, he doesn't learn to speak for the longest time. And then I believe he interacts with Tom Bombadil. And he starts learning who he is, his origins, what he's supposed to do in Middle-earth. So yeah, he kind of learns with Tom Bombadil. We've got someone being attacked there. We've got the ring wraiths there grabbing up. Is that humans? It's kind of hard to tell. It looks a bit low resolution to me. Grabbing up the humans. Galadriel there, and then it looks like we've got one of the winged creatures here again. Is it the Nazgul? They call it the Nazgul. These giant creatures. Which are going to be pretty badass. Death might well be the price of saving it. That's a pretty awesome quote. That's something like that sounds like what Gandalf would say. He comes up with these one-liners that's like full of wisdom, which is really cool. Okay, is this Numenor? We've got the classic riding on a horse. You can't have a Lord of the Rings trailer without the high speed riding on horses. It's kind of essential at this point. We've got Galadriel here. And Celeborn, where were you? Yeah, so obviously they reunite here. And like I said, I believe he went off to fight Morgoth like a few centuries ago. And then she just assumed that he died. I think that's what's happened from what I remember. She looks pretty cool there with her armor, the braided hair. That looks costume looks pretty good. Trying to get back to you, he says. Then we've got Numenor there, the armies of Numenor. Okay, then we've got it looks like we've got the dwarves there making their way through Middle-earth. Let's keep going. And then we've got the ring wraiths here, or the Nazgul. They're showing up here at Durin's Yeah, so they're turning up here at Khazad-dûm, obviously the location of where the dwarves have sealed themselves inside the mountain at the end of Rings of Power Season 3. It's one of the last kind of isolated pockets here, and basically they're trying to, the Ringwraiths, they're trying to basically kind of exploit the mountain. They're trying to take out one of the last kind of resistance. They're trying to get the dwarves to kind of submit to Sauron's power and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be a pretty intense standoff. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. There are no friends of Mordor here. We got another kind of chase scene. And then I did hear on social media that apparently Gandalf is going to be riding on the back of one of these gigantic kind of elephants called Mamakai. They're called Mamakai, I think. So that's going to be a pretty cool scene. We see Gandalf there, but whether he's on the back of that elephant in this scene or if it's a different scene, I'm not sure. It says, "Come with me." So we've got, again, we've got the elves there, we've got the orcs as well, and it looks like some sort of collaboration going on there. Not exactly sure what the team up is, but we see them there together, Galadriel and the orc, and we get a flash of lightning, and we see this location here. What exactly is this location? Is this something important that I'm missing out on? Again, I'm not 100% an expert on all of the Lord of the Rings lore. So if this is an important location, do let me know in the comment section. Okay, let's keep going. The Dark Lord, we have to stop him. That makes sense. Then we've got the armies there kind of forming together, ready to kind of push back against Sauron, I would imagine. We've got Galadriel there fighting off some opponents. The shadow rises in Middle-earth. Will you rise to meet it? I think it says. We got a shot there of one of the great eagles, which is great. No pun intended. And we've got Mordor there in the background, which looks pretty foreboding. We've got the horses there in the foreground, and then we've got the Ringwraiths there as well, or the Nazgul as they're calling them as well. Kind of just posing around Middle-earth, you know, trying to get the different forces of Middle-earth to submit to Sauron's will, as they fall into kind of darkness themselves. Again, they're just humans corrupted by the 9 rings. And then we got Sauron there at the end, kind of forging the One Ring, which is going to be badass. I can't wait to see him in his full armor suit. It's going to be really amazing. I wonder, what I always wonder, are they going to show, are they going to do any more references to Morgoth? Because when you think about it, in the history of Middle-earth, right, the actual big bad villain here that's missing is Morgoth. Morgoth is the big bad villain, overarching villain. Sauron's like a servant of Morgoth, but Morgoth doesn't get mentioned that much in the story. I mean, I think his name's been referenced a couple of times in season 1 and 2, but they haven't shown him on screen, I don't think. I don't think they've done any flashbacks or anything like that, more than just name drops. But it would be interesting to see a flashback to some of the past history between Morgoth and Sauron in that relationship, and what happened to Morgoth and how Sauron took over. That would be very, very interesting. But again, I'm not sure what the exact rights are that they have to do the different lore, like inside and outside of the rights. It's kind of messy as far as I know. But yeah, I mean, it's a very, very interesting story. It's a great trailer there. I did my best to try and break it down for you guys. So you see the trailer here, the teaser trailer here for Rings of Power Season 3. Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? Do you think it looks good? Do you think it looks dumb? Whatever your thoughts are, leave your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions down below in the comment section.